This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Now, the other day I was just having a little bit of a limber up, you know, as you do when you're kind of getting ready to kind of play for real. You just kind of stick a jam track on and have a little noodle. And as I was doing this, I thought, this sounds okay. I should really record this, so I did, and it was fun. Of course, you know, once you hit the record button, you can never quite capture that spontaneity that you had in the initial just kind of, you know, playing like there's no one listening kind of mode when I was limbering up, but it didn't turn out too badly. It's a little kind of funky, kind of shreddy thing that goes like this. Okay, let's take a quick look at what's going on in this solo then. First of all, the chord sequence, always a good place to start. There it is on screen there, and you can see that we've got 8 bars of A minor 7. That kind of thing. Then it goes to 4 bars of C minor 7. And then back to the A minor 7 again for 3 bars. And then, just to kind of turn it round at the end of the sequence, we go to a B flat 7th chord, which takes us back into the A minor 7 at the beginning of the next time through. So what's going on here in theory terms? Well, basically there is no key which contains an A minor 7th and a C minor 7th. So we're changing chord whenever we changing key rather, whenever we go between those two chords. And when you have a chord sequence that does that, that's called using static chords, okay? As in the chords aren't really connected to or, you know, functioning in any way that is relevant to the next chord in the sequence or the previous chord in the sequence. They're called static chords. They're just little islands of chords that stand on their own and then you move to another one. The B flat 7th chord is an interesting one. There it is. What's actually happening here? Well, let's just kind of dial it back a bit. Normally, you would expect to see, to kind of, as a turnaround chord in an A minor sequence, you would probably see E7th. you can hear how that E7th chord resolves nicely to that A minor 7. Okay, now the reason why that works is because there is a degree of tension in that E7th chord. Okay, it's a chord that sounds a little bit unsettled and wants to move on to something else. In this case, A minor 7th. And the thing which is causing that tension is just a pair of notes kind of lurking inside in the middle of the chord. There's a G sharp note at the 6th fret on the 4th string and a D note at the 7th fret on the 3rd string. You can hear how that's a particularly sort of tense interval that creates tension in the chord, which makes the chord want to move back to something more stable. But we don't have E7 here, we have B flat 7th. So why is that there then? Well, coincidentally, a B flat 7th has those same exact two notes in there. Those tense pair of notes, the G sharp and the D. There's a B flat 7th. There's those two notes. So B flat 7 kind of functions in the same sort of way as an E7 chord would in this context. Okay, and because the B flat is 6 frets above the E root note of an E7, which is the chord you would expect to be there, 6 frets is 3 tones or a tritone, then this is called a tritone substitution. Very commonplace little move in jazz and funk and fusion and other related styles. So what am I doing lead guitar wise over the top of this then? Well, basically anytime you have a minor 7th chord as a static chord, as in, just to remind you, that's what happens when a chord isn't related to the other chords in the chord sequence. It's just kind of standing on its own 2 feet, if you like. We treat that as, usually we treat it as a Dorian chord. Okay, so you'll play the Dorian mode over that A minor 7th. Okay. What is a Dorian mode? Well, simple explanation is just take a minor pentatonic scale and add in the note 2 frets above the root. So that will be there above that root and there above that root. And then also add in the note 3 frets below the root. So there's another root note there of the scale. 1, 2, 3 frets down, add in that note there. Okay, and then a little bit of investigation around where the notes are on the neck, and you can figure out where else those notes occur, and you end up with a shape that looks like this. That is the A Dorian mode, and that's what I'm going to use over the A minor 7th chords. And then I just basically do the same thing to all of my other pentatonic shapes as I go up the neck. Find where those 2 notes are, 2 frets above the root, which if you're in A, that means you're adding in a B note, and 3 frets below the root. So if your root is A, then it's going to be an F sharp. So find where your B and F sharp notes are in the context of position 2. Here's position 2 of A minor pentatonic. So find where the B and F sharp notes are, and like that. How can you do that? Well, here's a little tip for you. The notes of the A minor pentatonic spell the word caged. Yes, there is a link there to the famous caged system, but it's a bit tenuous and I don't want to go into that at the moment. Just a happy little coincidence, really. The notes of A minor pentatonic spell the word caged. Rearrange those into alphabetical order and play an A minor pentatonic here, and you're getting A, C, D, E, G, A, C, D, E, G, A, C. So if you know where all of the A's, C's, D's, E's and G's are, then it's pretty easy to find where an F sharp is. It's just 1 fret below the G. Likewise, a B note is going to be 1 fret below the C notes. And, you know, here's position 2 of the A minor pentatonic, which is now starting on the C, but the order of the notes is the same, this time just starting on the C. So it's going to go C, D, E, G, A, C, D, E, G, A, C, D, like that. Once again, 1 fret below your G notes is where your F sharp's going to be, and 1 fret below your C note is where your B note's going to be. And you can pretty quickly get an idea of where those notes are in relation to all of your pentatonic patterns. And then, so that's what you do over the A minor 7th chord. What you do over the C minor 7th is just transpose the whole thing up 3 frets, same as we did. There's the A minor 7 chord. There's the C minor 7th chord. Like that, just move everything up 3 frets. Where you can have a real bit of fun, though, is when you're playing over that B flat 7th chord. If you remember, that was basically just a substitution for the B flat 7, substituting for an E7, taking us back to the A minor 7. Okay, so all I'm doing a lot of the time when I'm playing over that is thinking of a B flat 7 chord shape, and also thinking of an E7 chord shape superimposed on top of it. So I can get kind of things that might go a bit like, oh, I don't know, something like this. Something like that, and you can hear that sort of jazzy kind of tension in there, just mixing together notes from E7 and B flat 7. And then, of course, we come to the sort of twiddly bits. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail here, but as because I did a video on this recently last Saturday, basically just a little bit of legato kind of stuff, you know, when I'm kind of that kind of thing. Okay. Hammer-ons and pull-offs and slithering around the neck with a few sort of slides and stuff. Like that. As I say, I did a video on that whole topic last week, so I'll link to that in the description if you're interested in seeing, you know, what's going on in terms of those kind of faster, shreddier bits in the solo. So that's a little bit of a breakdown of what I was doing in this little fusion solo. See what you can learn from it, and above all, have fun. So there you go, that's what I was doing in that solo. Hope you enjoyed it, hope you learned a little bit from it and had some fun with it. As always, there is a full tab for the solo in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with that clip that you've just seen there of me playing the solo, then just kind of giving a little bit of breakdown about what's going on, and a jam track to play along to. It's all up on my Patreon page. There's the address, link in the description, only $3 a month, and you get all of these extra resources that go along with these little YouTube videos and jams and solo analysis things that I do. Another one coming on Monday, by the way, which is a good one. Stay tuned for that. Anyway, that's pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video, found it useful and informative, and if you have, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so, and don't forget to give me a like while you're at it. If you're interested in supporting the channel, all the links, the Patreon and everything else are all down in the description below. Thank you so much if you are helping out in any of those ways, and thank you in advance if you're thinking about doing it. Much appreciated. And with that, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching. I look forward to seeing you all again next time around. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.